And I'll give you two examples from two wars, and I think Lotfi could corroborate this. In the 6th of October war, I remember seeing a video where the cameraman, he walked along the Israeli prisoners, and then he came back, and then he went again, and it made it look like there were a lot more prisoners than there were. Okay? Now, maybe that's not...
There were very many, by the way.
There were many, but maybe there weren't many right where he was, so his technique was to try and make it look more.
يعني هو هيدينا مثال فاكره على حرب اكتوبر. احد المصورين خد الكاميرا وخد الاسرى الاسرائيليين.
كاميرا فيديو.
اوكي. يعني كان ما بيصورش لقطات ثابته، كان بيصور فيديو. خد الكاميرا الفيديو بتاعته وقعد يصور الاسرى الاسرائيليين ويروح ويلف ويجي حواليهم يبينهم كانهم يعني اكثر من العدد الحقيقي بتاعهم. فعن طريق تحركاته فهو ادانا انطباع ان العدد اكثر من الحقيقي.
And in the same idea, when the statue of Saddam was pulled down in Iraq, if the camera had pulled back, you would have seen that there really weren't that many people there. But the way they framed it made it look like it was a big crowd.
وبرضه نفس الحكايه لما اسقط تمثال صدام حسين في بغداد، في سقوط بغداد، الكاميرا ضيقت الزاويه بحيث بينت مجموعه من الناس واقفين حوالين التمثال، بينت كما ان الشعب كله طالع يشوف المشهد ده. في الواقع كان عدد قليل جدا، لو الزاويه كانت اتفتحت شويه بتاعت الكاميرا ما كناش هنلاقي غير شويه الناس اللي واقفين دول.
And you know, does a photographer have a bias? Of course we do. And the trick is to realize where you're coming from and not let it change the reality. I mean, for instance, if I go to Palestine, I'm not interested in the Israeli story. I don't care. I don't care about what's going on there. I don't cover it. I only cover the Palestinian side. Okay, that's my choice and perhaps my bias, but that's my point of view. I don't really have any desire to tell their story. I don't think they need it. They have enough photographers and everything else. But we all have where we come from, and we bring with it that baggage. The trick is to not let it alter the real reality, even though you have to realize that how you shoot a story is going to affect the way it's viewed.
زي مثلا طبعا كل صحفي ليه انحيازاته وآراءه، ولكن المفروض ان المصور يفتكر هو جاي منين ويحاول انه ما يتطرفش على اساس المكان والخلفيه اللي هو جاي منها. تماما لو انا مثلا هو راح حد من المنطقه هنا من مصر راح يغطي الاحداث في الاراضي الفلسطينيه، هيبقى مهتم بالجانب الفلسطيني بس، مش هيبقى عايز يغطي اي حاجه عن الجانب الاسرائيلي. هيقول ما عندهم مصورين كفايه هم يغطوا الاحداث بتاعتهم. المهم اللي نخرج فيه ان احنا ما نقدمش الصور بطريقه تغير الواقع وتشوه الحقيقه.
For instance, if you shoot somebody from a low angle, it can make them look more important. If you know, there are many ways for which you change as long as you don't change the intent. You know, it's part of it is creative process, but on the other hand, you have to try and not alter what you really
To give a point of view, even if you take.
You have a point of view, absolutely. Anybody who says I have no point of view is just fooling themselves, I think.
يبقى نفس الحكايه لو حد تاخد صوره لشخص من زاويه منخفضه، ده هيديله شعور بان الشخص اللي بيصور هيدي شعور ان الشخص هيديله شعور بالسمو اكتر وبان هو شخص يعني ليه مكانه اكبر من اللي هو عليه في الواقع. هو هي عمليه ابداعيه طبعا ان احنا نغير في الزوايا ونستخدم اساليب مختلفه، ولكن في الاخر احنا مش عايزين نغير من الحقيقه.
This is more of a classic photo story.
ده نوع من الصور القصص المصورة التقليدية المعتادة.
The dyeing of yarn.
صبغ الخيوط.
Okay. Thread. Okay. I mean, for me, after many years of being a photographer, the stories I like to do now are stories where I'm the only photographer. I don't like to go and I avoid all the situations with the big crowds. I prefer to be able to do. I much prefer now to do feature stories where I'm doing my own story. I spent many years covering news and hard news, and in some ways it's a young person's job.